Hello, Joseph Lopez. How are you doing, my friend? There, I'm Santa Claus without the hat right now. I need to go get my hat, huh? Or I could have my hat brought to me, hopefully, maybe. Yeah, there's some other people because there was two streams posted because StreamYard screwed up on me. So, but there'll be other people coming over. It'll just take them a minute or two to get here, and then some people probably gonna go to Brad V's, which is fine. StreamYard likes to be stupid sometimes. Hello, Passion. Hello, Eric. How are you? I'm trying to get it to come up on my laptop, and it's just being a pain in the butt. How you doing, Bart? Um, there it is. And I don't mind if multiple people want to come up here. It doesn't bother me. You want to come up, hang out a little bit, shoot the BS? That's fine. How you doing, Prolific 42? I don't really know Brad, so I can't say either way, you know. But I'm doing pretty good there, you know. I'm getting ready for Christmas. I'm doing really good if somebody would bring my hat. And I know she can hear me because I can hear her. Well, thank you, Prolific 42. I'm slowly getting more stuff on it. It's a little cold out today. As the weather starts to get nicer here again, I'm going to be doing a lot more. I'm going to be having some mega fun in some caves, um, and going doing some nice gem and jewel hunting and digging. Thank you. There. Now I look like Santa Claus. There we go. Ho ho oh. How you doing tonight, North Shore? North Shore is like my unofficial neighbor. Was like an hour and a half from me. I just hate this little. It's got a little like right there from the seam. Got to line it up, otherwise it just irritates me. Because I'm a weirdo like that. Is this thing even gonna do anything? It's fine. Next. My laptop wants to be dumb. At this stage. I'm on my phone, Jessica, until my computer turns on.
Hey, Santa.
Hey, Jessica. Yeah, I'm on my phone right now until my computer decides to turn on. And I think my actual
Okay.
Bluetooth's getting ready to die.
Oh gosh.
That one there. Gotta swap them out, keep the batteries fresh. Piedmont? You're going to Piedmont? I got Piedmont in my what the heck? I got pie in my freezer and in my fridge.
Yum.
when you're heading down there, North Shore? All right, let's try load string yards up on this stupid thing again. Is it gonna load? Is it gonna load? How you doing, 79? That makes you 44 years old. 79. Come on, math skills are good. Nice. When you guys planning to head that way? Is it gonna work? Of course not. Content. Oh man, so that could be like next year at this rate. It's been really nice out. Today was a little cold, but it's been really nice out. Jimmy, Snow Dog. Ho ho ho. And the Bud Files. Yeah, this computer is just being a pain in my Gary with StreamYards. Oh, it's annoying. With this thing, I can tap this, and at least I'll have it in the background. Yeah, it's going to be a very Merry Christmas this year, huh? We haven't had a bit of snow yet, which is really amazing.
Not here either.
Because normally about this time, we've had, a couple good snowstorms. We haven't had a single one yet. Let's see. Present arms. Something. Do anything. Thank you. Bart. So do the Bart man. I like how I had Sailor laughing. Don't you have a cow, man? I don't know, North. I can remember a couple years back, I was out at the farm feeding the cows, man, and I couldn't be outside the tractor for more than a few minutes without all my thermals on, without freezing cold. It was so freaking cold. It was horrible. That was a pretty bad winter. I want to say that was either 18, summer of 18, or winter of 18, winter of 19. Yeah, it's always nice to get snow for Christmas, you know? It always just makes you feel that much, better.
Yep.
anything on my laptop gonna work tonight. My laptop is dumb. So let's do some things here real quick. Standard. This way you guys can look at, like, share out your link, or other people can just click on your name and go to your channel and be able to subscribe to you and stuff like that. It's real easy if everybody's just a standardized moderator. Just to have the special power, you have to be a managing moderator. Because managing moderator gives you extra powers. And lets you kick people to the curb. Wow, is this thing really not going to do diddly squat? Yeah, Smurfed. All you need is a big white beard, and you could look like Papa Smurf too.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, I've been sledding in years. Last time I did anything fun in the snow, Bart, was my oldest daughter was here. She was a senior in high school, and she was like, "You know what, Dad? We should go outside and have a snow fight." I said, "If that's what you really want to do." So we got outside. I grabbed her up, kind of tossed her on the ground, and just rubbed snow all over her face and gave her a complete whitewash. I thought it was funny.
Oh my.
Wow, this thing really is going to be a pain in the rear end tonight. Yeah, sledding would be fun. I used to live in Colorado, and I used to go sledding all the freaking time. We used to have a blast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my laptop's frozen now. Maybe it's easier if I just, like, purposefully crash it or something. I don't know. Let's see. Online race timer. Yeah, I can't. My grandkids are essentially 3 months old now, and they were 2 months premature, so I can't really whitewash them. I'm pretty sure they consider that to be kind of illegal. New tab. To new window. Thank you. Now I'll see if it moves it or not. Hey, it actually did something halfway.
Yeah, I'm awake, Casey.
Hey, but everybody gets to look at the front of my hat here as I'm scrunched down looking at my laptop that's underneath the desk here. And it says that's elderly abuse 60 years ahead. Jimmy, I'm only 46, man. Like literally, I'm 46 years old. I was born in 77. I'm still a young. I might not look like it, but I'm young. All right, let's set this. Now let's see if Nightbot's going to work.
Let's hope.
Yeah, 46. That's why I still got that, well, you can really see all the not wrinkles on my face, you know? No, I don't really have any wrinkles. I probably got some bags right now because, no sleep. But like even my hands they're not wrinkled up. I'm still in relatively good shape other than hurting myself all the time. All right, go here, click, maybe click, maybe click. Oh, Jimmy, you gotta check this out. More setting, camera, do something or other, back, triple wide. My camera can do this really awesome things, layout, Bink, network, layout. Yeah, that should work. Maybe. I selected the layout, you stupid thing. Why you no work? Yeah, let's go bigger. There we go. Prolific, especially when you start talking about like old movies and stuff like that. Oh, there you go, Jimmy. Look at that beauty, huh?
Oh, pretty.
And it's not amethyst. It's sapphire. Hey, look, Nightbot says something went wrong. Oh, really? You don't say? Is it because you're a pain in my butt? And the neat thing about sapphire, it does UV fluoresce. So it almost like wants to glow even more. I know, they haven't seen all the
Oh,
good
yeah.
stuff. Well, here's an amethyst. You can really see the difference in the two. The sapphire almost looks like it has more depth to it, more pink and blue than the amethyst that's just purple. Yeah, they're purty. Them there's purty.
Yep.
Hey, is it gonna work? Oh my gosh, is it gonna work? Maybe. Oh, I definitely have to turn that one off. I said don't work. There's a nice big yellow sapphire. Ghost blue. The ghost blue is really cool because you guys can see there's blue in that, right? I mean, it definitely looks like there's quite a bit of blue in it to me, and my fingerprints on it. But it's called ghost blue because look, it's clear. It's a clear sapphire, and then it's blue. So they call it ghost blue sapphires, which is really neat. It's almost as cool as like the tricolors. Tricolors are really cool.
Oh, awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here, let's see. What do we want? We'll use this peace dollar, okay? All right. Here's how good this camera is, and it's one of the reasons why I really like this camera. Right about there, it starts to go a little bit blurry. I don't need no optical zoom. This thing just really goes in there. So the purple sapphire is $1.50 per carat, and they vary in weight. So let me grab a bag from up here. Um, that one, that was awesome. I couldn't do that again if I tried to. That one I just showed you is 15 carats. So at $1.50 a carat for that's 22.50. Quick math for that purple sapphire. I bought like 1,000 carats this time. I spent a ridiculous amount of money, but you know you got to get some nice stuff. Um, I think the biggest one in here is just over 15. Some of the stones I got are 20. Yeah, it's 15. That one's 15, 15, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. But I'm buying them right from the guy who cuts them. I'm buying them, from wholesalers. I just met a new guy that cuts them. And Prolific or Bart, you want to see really cool? Those are rubies. Rubies completely glow under black light. And this is a cheap not Duralast, Harbor Freight Quantum flashlight. And then I even got some that look like pills, and those things really light up well. I'm gonna get my camera off the screen a little bit. My battery's starting to go a little low, but yeah, they glow really well. These are pill shaped ones. These are like 7 3/4 carat. The rubies are a little bit more money, but not a lot. But then I do have some stones that are really crazy. Like there's some real rutilated quartz, not lab created. Those things are just beautiful. There is a beautiful, beautiful citrine that is like 100 facet citrine. So a lot of cutting time in that. There's some blue sapphires from Miramar. There's a tourmaline. So a multicolor tourmaline, which is really pretty, of course. Jimmy knows I always got all of this really cool fired pretty stuff. And then to really kick it off, oh yeah, man, aquamarine, chunks of aquamarine. I'm gonna have some of these cut into some stones to look real pretty.
Ooh, nice.
And Jimmy, since Andrew is there somewhere with you, from left to right, as you see them on the screen, tell her pick 1, 2, 3, or 4 position. These are unicorn horn, is what they call them. Of course, they're not really unicorn horn because, I would keep it then. But they call these unicorn horn. They're amethyst. They have quartz in them. So they're really, really pretty looking. And they're double-ended. Spires. So you can let her have she can pick one and I'll throw that in there with you. Three, this one here. All right. That's a really nice one too, because it's got some light purple on this side. It's got really nice purple through it, but then it's got a nice dark band right there. It's really, really pretty. You can drill a hole in it and wear it as a necklace, or you can leave it just like it is. You can even tie some silver wire around it if you wanted to. I just think they're just absolutely beautiful pieces. there. I'm getting old, you guys. I'm turning decrepit or something like that. Ooh. Yeah, no. And Andrea loves purple.
Me too.
Oh my God. Oh, don't worry. Actually, everybody knows you like purple. Before these mysteriously fly out of my hand, let's put that in there. We'll move that over there. Drop that one in there. Drop that one in there.
Hey, Papa.
Papa Smurf. How's that hangover treating you? I like that, Jimmy. Aren't those pretty? Some very, very shiny purpley gems. These are half carat a piece. They'd be perfect for making a set of earrings. Um, you know, let's just call it yeah, $27 with shipping. And it will go out tomorrow, Jimmy. As long as I wake up, it'll go out tomorrow. If I don't wake up, well, it's going to be hard pressed for me to do anything. Luckily, it hasn't happened yet. Hello, Chew.
Hey, Jude.
Yeah, there's some really cute. These are like most of these weigh 0.47 to 0.5 carat. And there you go, Papa Smurf. I know how to drink too. I just don't much anymore. I used to, but yeah, these are 0.47 to 0.5 carat. Like I said, they'll make these things make really, really nice looking earrings because they're small, or accent stones on a necklace or a ring. I just put my baggies in here. Casey says it will still go out. She'll figure out a way. I'm the same way. I very rarely drink anymore. When I was younger, hey, it was whatever, but anymore, and it takes a toll on you. Ashton's got Smurfette. I don't know if she's just sitting there or if she's hanging. She might be hanging. You know how she is. She just likes to torment her figurines. Yeah, fun part of getting old, isn't it, Prolific? Put a little age on yourself, and then you're like, man. Yeah, I've known Jimmy for a hot minute on here now. Him and his wife. They've got one of the biggest stones I've ever sold. It might be the biggest stone I've ever sold. It was a huge beast of a stone.
Oh,
And Jimmy, shoot me an email with your address too, just in case I have it, but it'll just make it even faster than me trying to look it up because I have a new address index that I put everything in now. Prolific man, I did 12 years in the Navy, and let me tell you, we would go overseas into other ports and stuff like that. Man, be out all night on the town drinking, get back to the ship at like 5:30 because your shift starts at 6 a.m. and you're still two shits to the wind. Yeah, somehow we managed though. It was so much fun. Things in life you never regret. I got 5 people in the chat. I have 7 people on the list here that have been chatting. Yeah, Casey's a night owl too, Papa. Don't let her fool you. But it's fun waking her up really early sometimes. Hello, Judith and Dan Davis. How you guys doing, my friend? I believe yours should be showing up like, I think Friday is what it said. The mail is going so slow right now. It is horrible. How's trapping going? It's way too warm in Missouri to really do much. We don't even have snow here. It's pretty gosh darn warm. Today was cold. I'm not gonna lie. Today was cold.
Freezing over here.
Yeah, it only got to like the upper 30s today. When the sun went down, it felt really cold. It was not fun.
Mm. Hey, Judith.
Well, that's awesome. I'll have to go check out some of your videos. Typically, when I'm working on projects, I just end up watching a bunch of shorts. So I don't have to like really pay attention because it just repeats. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Oh, now you know who let the dogs out. It was Lisa. Lisa's one of my special friends. Her Christmas package went out today. Even though your channel, Tully's everything I've ever seen with him. He's a good person. Yeah, I didn't have all of one of Lisa's things didn't come in yet, but I didn't want to wait any longer because I wanted to make sure she got her stuff before Christmas. So I sent it out today, and then when the other thing comes in, I'll just send it separately. It is what it is. I just didn't want to. I wanted to make sure she got something there before Christmas. And Saturday night, she won a peace dollar on a random giveaway. She won a peace dollar.
Oh, wow.
What was on your channel? On your 2K, your 2K channel.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah, she won a peace dollar. I mean, just talk about the odds. Yeah, Papa Smirk was there.
Yeah.
Whatever he remembers of it. Yeah, I saw that, Jimmy. Thank you very much. And like everything in the bag here, right for you. And then it'll go in an envelope tomorrow, all fully taped up and shipped out to you. Did your package come in today, Passion?
No, not yet.
Oh, then I'm probably gonna be till tomorrow. I mean, not like I could find your freaking tracking number. You send me like 50 million text messages, so although I did send it to you, although I probably have it right here. Yeah, estimated delivery was 12/18 today, so it's probably gonna be tomorrow because the post office is lovely like that. This time of year is so
Yep.
stressful on them.
I'll save it for my Christmas party.
Ah, you don't have to save it for your Christmas party if you don't want to.
It'd be awesome to open on Christmas party.
Yeah, you can. Now you can turn bright red when everybody sees what you got. Now she's nervous. How do you make somebody nervous in half a second flat? Just like that. I gotta send Happy Tappies out tomorrow because I've been waiting for one last thing for him too, and waiting for some paint to dry, but I don't think the other thing's gonna make it before Christmas, so his is gonna get to him a little late. Well, his will get in time, but then the other piece will get a little late. You guys want to see what I got for Happy Chappy, huh?
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Here, let me do this real quick too. Copy. Yeah, I love how I can copy it from one screen, completely different device. Because I'm on two separate devices. Technically 3 devices, and all right, let me go get the 2 that I have here, and I'll get my brighter, better flashlight. He's not in here. Alrighty, because I haven't seen him in here, and he normally says hi.
Oh, cool.
There's a 3rd one that's coming, and I'm waiting for it. All the rest of his stuff is already in a box, so there's a base for them to sit on that has a UV LED on it that just plugs into a USB port. So they'll just be spooky in the corner at night, glowing on them. This one's made out of
Awesome.
Brazilian jade, and this one's made out of emperor jade from China. And then the last one's made out of Yoper light. So it's just gonna look really, really cool for him. Whee! It's taking forever for this paint to dry because I had to put it on so thick to make it really look good.
Oh, wow.
Good things come to those who wait, but I'm not patient. I wanted it right now. Passion, man. Passion had people sending her grams of gold for Christmas, okay? What kind of
Yeah.
ripoff is that, right?
I
There are
had
people
milk
that were lucky to
earlier.
Yeah, there are people who were lucky to get like, oh, I got a Christmas card, and she's pulling out grams of gold that people sent her. It must be nice,
Wait.
right?
Yep. I'm still waiting for my video to load.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's taking
you have
forever.
kind of slow it.
Well, I'm uploading from my phone.
Yeah. Right, Jimmy? Uh-oh. That's not good, Lisa. She just had the
Hmm.
power get knocked out. Yeah, that's not good. Anybody in here like peace dollars? I know Lisa does. I hope Jessica's telling a whole story right now.
I'm getting my beads out.
I was hoping you were telling a whole story since your mic was muted.
Trying to get my different colored beads out.
And then I even did a thing for Ghost Nancy. Hey, the ghost disc with the most disc, which I gotta finish tomorrow. Man, I'm tired. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. I feel like I ain't got nothing done either. Ain't that one cute? Ain't that a cute little ghost?
It's so cute. I got it. My mom woke me up this morning.
I sent you a text after I was already awake for a while. That's basically when Casey got woken up. I started out like that, and look what I did to him. By hand, no machine. All hand polish. Sandpaper and a polishing cloth. So anybody in here, if you're not subscribed to
Nice.
Ghost NCT, make sure you do. She is having a Christmas race, and there is an entry fee. It costs an ounce of silver. The winner of the race gets 50% of the pot. Second place gets 30%. Third place gets 20% of the pot. So the first three people are going to get it big time silver. And then there's going to be different stuff on different numbers as well, kind of like the way the duck race is. I've never tried the Mother's Chrome Polish on silver. I have used Never Dull, which works pretty good. But that literally I did with sitting here Saturday during Sailor stream and then during Jessica's stream with water. It's literally on the floor now with a bunch of dust in it. 600 grit sandpaper and then a polishing cloth on my leg and just rubbed one out at a time. I know how bad that sounds, but aren't they cute? These are sterling silver. I have these ones right here. It's got the little rose on the bottom because Keevan Rose poured them for me. And there's there's a total of 4 sterling silvers and then 395 silvers. One of the sterlings is staying with me, which is the unpolished one there. All the sterling silver ones actually have a little bit of gold in them, about a grain and a half each. Because there was roughly 6 grains in the sterling silver that I used to pour. I don't have an peso, but I have a 50 peso with a capsule that's all messed up. There's a 50 peso that's toned.
Ooh, pretty.
1821, 1921, 37.5 a gram, oro puro. There's your Libertad. But the back of this one's the capsule's all messed up. Gonna be so look poopy. I gotta put it in another capsule. It's been sitting on my desk too long. Sitting on the black leather kind of just left an imprint in the capsule. Even like a son of a pickle.
Mhm.
Anybody in here want to win a Mercury dime?
Ooh.
I don't have any of those fancy new ones though. I only have old ones. Let's see how many people are awake in here. The newest one I have right now is a 1925. There's a 16P, 17D, 17S, 20P, 20D, 23, and a 25. All you gotta do is chat. That's all you gotta do is chat, chat, chat. Chatting will get you entered in to win an old Merc dime. Not like, I mean, some of them are like the 1916 is pretty worn because, well, it's a 1916, but like this 1920, man, it's a pretty nice looking dime still. I mean, it's still got wings there. It's still got some good detail there.
Yep.
I mean, you can still see quite a bit of that. You can still see bands on it. Oh, I definitely will. I love merch. We got lurkers in here. You want to see a really, really beautiful merc, Jimmy? I pulled this out of a merc book I bought. So this is in the book. It's a 1942P. You can see it's got like two smudge marks there, but they're not actual scratched into the surface. You wouldn't want to do that with this one though. Just check this out, Jamie. It has full bands. And it is beautiful with full bands. This one's going to get sent in to get graded. You see, it just has those two, one on each side where it got something rubbed against it, like another coin or something, but didn't really mess up the surface of the coin, just kind of that finish. Yeah, so that one's going to get graded. I feel it's very deserving of it. It looks every bit as good as my 67 that doesn't have full bands, but this one's got full bands. And this is a 42p as well. It don't have, it doesn't quite have full band. The middle band is touching in between. You see where the line's touching. It's still an absolute beaut. But look at the tone on this side. It actually has some color to it, some gold.
Ooh, awesome.
Still uncirculated. Probably still a 66, maybe even a 67. Because it's just like an absolute beautiful coin. But that middle band got a little bit of mush on it, which is just enough to give it so it wouldn't get full band right there, because it's not completely split. Which makes that one probably like $100 coin versus the other Merc dimes. Probably closer to that 150 mark. And Jimmy, the new newspaper came out, so I'm sending those out too. I think you know which one I'm talking about. You know, the Uranus Examiner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the newest one's out. I'm using that as packing material now. Yeah, the rectal probe. Look at this beaut. Still beautiful cartwheel on it. 1935. It's got a couple of chatter marks there. A couple of light little scratches on her cheek, near her nose. One right in front of her face, which just about every frickin' piece dollar has. And then look at the reverse. Reverse is like just about flawless on a 1935 piece dollar. These things are crazy money. 1935. You see the front's pretty level across there. It's not enough to actually grade as it, but the reverse is rotated. The gray sheet price on those things graded are like wow crazy. And MS63 is 247, MS64 is 370, and MS65 is $748.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's an expensive one. I have a couple of really nice piece dollars here. I got 23S that'll come back. Definitely a 63, maybe a 64, and a 64 is $358. I like them pretty coins. It's funny, all people have to do is chat to get entered in a giveaway to get a free dime in the mail, a free Merc dime, and only two people have talked. And two people have commented: Jimmy Snowdog and Judith and Dan Davis. What are you working on, Passion?
Snowflake.
Snowflake.
Yeah, that's in my second package I haven't been half working on.
Yeah. I think everybody in here is sleeping. It's like other channels when you try to give away free silver and nobody wins it until like the 8th try. It's like people are crazy. Yeah, this sapphire, this thing would make such a gorgeous ring. These things. Right, Judith? I'll take the free silver. Ooh. That blowing at me does not feel that great.
Mm.
I feel kind of cold. Ugh. Make me feel chilly. So there's 7 people in here. I don't know. I think there's only 3.
Now it says 8.
I think everybody's just hiding. I know Yo-Yo is out with his family doing stuff until around 11 East Coast time. Another hour and 15 minutes. I don't think I'll make it that long. I did get a Christmas card from Harmon Ortiz today, or Quiz, with a
Herman
unique or Quiz. He quizzes people. Yeah, it might be. If so, I feel bad for him. I farted earlier, Jimmy, and it could have killed a zombie. Yeah, he sent me a 10-ounce silver round. One of the little excuse me, a little Walking Liberty, which I thought was pretty cool. Oh yeah, it was horrible. I don't wish that one on anybody. Well, everybody here knows. When you fart, it kind of smells like you might have pooped yourself, but you didn't. That's when you know it's good.
Oh my.
Them people always be lurking.
Oh, huh.
Yeah. It'd be really fun though, because like we bought 4. Excuse me. Dang. We bought 4 pies at the store today. a key lime. Casey doesn't know she likes key lime. She doesn't remember ever having it. A cheesecake whipped pie, like a chocolate whipped pudding pie, and then a chocolate silk pie. You guys want to see if I can eat an entire pie by myself in one night?
Ooh, pie.
I was just like, I want your pie. No, Kenny, that's my pot pie. Kitty, speak of dildo.
Got me another unicorn today.
Another unicorn.
Yeah.
Well, let's see it. Oh, she got a stuffed unicorn. Thank that poor unicorn.
Got snowflakes on it.
LB Silver Riot. How you
Me
doing, my
too,
friend?
Casey.
Oh, there's Seth. Seth the Slayer.
Hey, Elisa. And this too.
Hey, Seth, you ever notice I don't ever say anything about the whole guitar thing? Because yeah, I've never played a Remo, so hey, you said package deal. There we go. They're traveling in packs now. That's pretty cute, though. Yeah, you're gonna have to put it in your window, huh?
The solar dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta find out how it's gonna stay.
It probably looks like me dancing, you know. Kind of bobbles around and looks awkward.
Got bubble ball.
A bubble ball. Nice.
It's got Santa in it.
LB. Now Steph's probably blushing.
It's got him in it.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. It was on sale. I got it.
Nice, heck yeah.
Thank you, Casey. Yeah.
There's that 1935 LB. That's what she looks like. What? Jimmy wants to see me twerk. Wow. She's a pretty piece dollar. Yeah, I like LB. LB's a cool guy. He's the muscle on the money. Well, LB, I don't know if you noticed or not. Man, I like never do this stuff on my phone. I normally use the laptop, but the laptop's tripping out. If you notice, my shoulders are kind of downward angled. Um, I'm like 6'2", 240, 18-inch bicep, 34-inch waist. I'm a pretty good sized guy. I can do the titty dance, and I'm the jacked Santa. There we go. All right, here you, LB. I'm trying to get everything. I'm trying to get as much out as I can before Christmas. I'm trying to make sure everybody gets their stuff for Christmas because it's even better, you know.
I'm
Ghost Nancy T's
ready.
not worried. Ghost Nancy T's not worried about it because her stream is after Christmas for her Christmas race, so which is pretty cool.
I'm ready.
Heck yeah! But like I know I told Ghost Nancy T, I was like, shoot, if it comes down to it, you know, and it's cutting it close, I'll second day air it to you if I have to, or you know, even overnight it. Well, I get prices over and overnighting it wasn't really that bad because Yo Yo, you know, Rocco, he's sending me a coin. Well, I want a coin from him that I am sending to her to give away on her race. That's the Santa Claus from the Paleu Mint. Not Paleu, Pamp. So I think it's Nui that they minted it for. It's a cool looking Santa coin though. Run a 5-1-40, a 5-1 in the 40. I don't even know what I can run in the 40, man. I haven't ran the 40 in high school. Just laughing. I mean, I do know what Rocco looks like because, you know, he sent me pictures. I'll never get the image of that thong out of my head now, though. I figured that one would give you guys a good laugh. See, at my age, I don't even run anymore, man. I've really worked on my aim. I'm old school though, you know. I mean, like me and LB, I mean, we're almost the same age, you know. We grew up in the fun time. When you had a problem with somebody, you just beat the crap out of each other, and the next day you guys were friends, you know. That's the way we used to do it. That's what I'm saying, North Shore. Yeah, and I'm just like my handgun, you know, fat and slow, the Lord's caliber. I live that 1911 45 life. There are days you feel like it, right? There are days I feel like it. When I woke up this morning at 4, I felt like it.
Oh my.
Yeah. That's why when I'm streaming with you, Jessica, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get down. I'm tired, and you're like, oh, okay. I've been up since like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, to go to bed at like 2 a.m. to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do it all over again. There you go, Jimmy. I know I can walk 16 miles in 4 hours.
Oh wow. I couldn't
I,
do it.
I used to be able to do that with like 80 pounds on my back. Now I can do it with a t-shirt on my back. It takes a toll on your body. Yeah, that's when you know. Yeah, when Mariah Carey is annoying to you. Like when you remember her back in the day, like way back in the day,
Ooh.
before like Jessica was born. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, LB. At 27 miles in 35 minutes. Well, where I live, man, the speed limit's 70. That's typically what we do on the dirt roads. Um, on the interstate, there are some days, yeah, PT days, baby. Oh, I'm tired of PT days. See, most time I feel like, man, I'm getting old, but then I see people my age and like all the things they can't do that I still do. I'm like, man, I guess I really ain't that old. I guess I'm just really feeling bad for myself or something. Because it's like, yeah, I do all the stuff they do and then some. Like jump off the back of a garbage truck that's doing,
PT.
25 or 30 miles an hour. Yeah, physical training, like in the military.
Oh.
Unless you're broken, then it's physical therapy. Because well, they both have the same kind of meaning when you get old.
Mm.
I tell you what though, LB, man, some of the stuff that's on its way here, man. Shit, man, some of the stuff I'd like to keep for myself. Even it's freaking, man, is it gorgeous. Man, like that. Look at the colors in that beat.
Pretty.
Yeah, and it's a good chunk. Yeah, it's got purples, orange, yellows, greens. It's got blues in it. It's got some red.
Ooh,
It's like,
nice.
yeah, I think it's sweet. He wanted that multicolor stuff. But all right,
Yep.
I'll get some for you. Um, Jimmy, I can't sit crisscross applesauce anymore. Like always. I guess that's what the kids call it now. Um, I can't sit Indian style. Um, my hips don't let me anymore. But I mean, I crushed my pelvic bone and broke my right, my left femur and hip when I was in the Navy, and that's why I got out. So that not real flexible on me anymore, but other parts still are.
I sit on my legs
There,
a lot.
there's a fire color piece right there. That thing's got the full rainbow in it. If that thing had any more rainbow in it, it'd probably be gay.
Oh, cool.
That's got every
That's
color there is.
pretty.
That's opal. That's an Australian fire opal from Australia. So it's Australian for beer.
Oh, wow.
And LB, did you get your UV flashlight that you were trying to get? Yeah, the Australian fire opals are just beautiful, but they're yeah, they're not real cheap, but they are just absolutely gorgeous. Opal, you just don't want to expose it to high levels of heat. That's the key, because they make opal into jewelry all the time. But if you heat opal up, it'll actually degrade it to the point where it's just not pretty looking anymore. You can get a lot of the colors can bleach out of it. Like this is what they call Wellow fire opal, so it's purple. You can see that piece has got in the right angle. I had it up. There you go. Got green all over it right there. This whole, all that is a total of 1 carat. And that bottom one's got some purpley red on it now. LB has over 100 carats coming. Plus gems. Some surprise coins that are little tiny and not silver. Ooh, that one, oh, I had some really nice blue right there for a second. Yeah, you can see some blue in that piece right there. You can see the blue in it now. Oh yeah, nice, Jimmy. They'll look awesome. Yeah, you can see the nice blue in that one right there now. And then the bottom one, other bottom one's got some green going on. You just gotta find that right angle with them. And being the capsule sometimes it makes it harder, but I don't want to chew and then these things never are seen again, you know. Oh, there's that blue laser streak. Choo, 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 choo. There we go. That was very confusing, Casey's like that one stone was Panda Colorado's. I think she meant colorful, but I'm not sure what the panda part meant. But yeah, Bart, if you wanted to look exceptionally well, what I like to use, because the shinier they are, the better they'll, of course, emit color, is I like to use, it ain't gonna fit, yeah, well, whoop, pure vegetable glycerin, pure vegetable based glycerin. It's pure at 99.5 somehow, but no. It's real thick, so it sticks real good. It's also, you know, one of the main ingredients in vape juice. But this will help keep them looking really, really good for a long time. And it's not hazardous at all. They use it as an artificial sweetener in kids' medicines, as compounding agents in kids' medicines, and vape juice. That's the VG side on the vape juice. So it's just really, really cool stuff. But it brings out highlights really, really well. Yep, use that in snow globes. It makes the snow float a lot better. There's a guy, Ben Works. I'm pretty sure Australian, might be New Zealand, but I'm pretty sure it's Australian. He does a lot of acrylic epoxy pours, and then puts them in a lathe and makes them all smooth and shiny and perfect. And he made some just resin castings of skulls that had essentially an opal snow globe inside the head, but he boiled his vegetable glycerin first to actually release some of the anhydrous water off of it to make it a little bit thicker. And I'd never even heard of anybody doing that before. I've heard them distilling it to make it thicker, but not just boiling it to, basically have formants distill, I guess you could say. But those things looked awesome. And he put a little light underneath the LED light so that you shake it up and you put it back on the skull, and it would actually like shine the colorful colors all over the ceiling for like a kid's room or something. I was like, that's pretty sweet.
Oh, cool.
You can use it for replacement as sugar, as a sugar replacement in some foods because it'll sweeten them without having the actual sugar in it. But I don't know if it makes any better than like corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup or anything. Here's a moonstone, which is real pretty. It's got that really neat shine to it.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, I think this one has a little like fissure in one of these sides. Oh, you can just see it right there. There's a little fissure going across it. There you go. That's how you make Jello shots right there, man. Yeah, it's a really neat, just pretty cut button piece. Oh, I believe it because yeah, like I said, vegetable glycerin is very thick. Propylene glycol is very thin, so it's a good opposite effect. And it's kind of funny. LB doesn't collect stamps, and then I showed him some of the stamps I have, and he wants those stamps. He thinks they're cool, and it's a neat part of history because they're World War II, not arcing stamps. I mean, not that I care because I'll show them. I don't care. But yeah, just a neat part of history stamps. And I figured he likes the history stuff, so figured he would enjoy a couple of them. But yeah, really, all they're doing is giving directions. It says to take the third right, brand new, unused. 3 cent, man. Now it's like 70 cents. It's mail letter. You just don't get to see some of that stuff anymore. That and people are just so soft about it. Will stay. I'm Jewish. It's a part of my history. So yeah, kind of is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think a couple of you guys haven't seen the treasure chest that I'm sending. I'm sending over to LB. Messages from me to me. Yeah, this is the chest that I'm putting LB stuff in to send him, which is that brass gold looking clear, so it'll look really cool. Anything you put
Ooh,
in, just
pretty.
have that. You'll be able to see right through it and see all the stuff. Which I think it's kind of neat.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look awesome that way. Just be one of those cool things.
Yeah.
You can have all this cool stuff in there. I know it's cold out because it's kind of chilly in my closet. I'm going to put the rest of my suit on to keep me warm tonight. You know?
Mom, my mom's got the heat on.
Oh, we got the heat on too. Might have to cuddle up to a reindeer tonight. I wonder if this will work on one of these. Just bending it shit. If you're really cold, you just heat up a piece of silver, and it'll warm you up. That's what you do.
Oh, wow.
Well, silver's the best metallic conductor of heat. You're not quite as good as like, it's not as good as diamond, but metal-wise, it's the best. It's the best, y'all. I got my fire wand. It get real hot real fast. You go from cold to hot. Well, that's how she stopped me from bleeding. You know, I got a refined tip. After she put me back together, because I have a cool doctor, she just gave it to me. You know, she said, "Here, take it home. You can play with it." You might as well play with it, right?
I'm ready, Casey.
So what kind of things do you collect, Bart? I know what Jimmy collects, and I know what his wife collects. Jimmy collects silver. His wife collects anything that she likes that's pretty, and Jimmy has to buy it. I thought so too, Judith and Dan, and it just uses 2 AA batteries. I mean, talk about simple, and all it does is direct short the batteries to make it hot. And it looks like it's a piece of Kanthal, because I don't think they would use nichrome. It might be titanium. I mean, this tip is starting to change a little bit of color as I heat it up. I don't know if I might be able to pick that. Oh yeah, you can see it down in the camera, the colors. And that's unhot. As soon as I heat it, of course, it just instantly glows. I should probably put a clamp meter on this and see what kind of amperage it's actually drawing as that short. See what the resistance is across it. Boy, you could really have some fun with that, you know. Just do some miniature cattle iron and walk around to your friends when they're not expecting it, and just all you gotta do is literally push that button for like, let's get it in frame. There we go. You just barely push the button in, bloop, and it almost instantly glows. I mean, it is spot on. Just bloop. And you just walk up and start branding your friends like on their ears or their butt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's tungsten just because it glows real hot real fast. Tungsten is like extreme high melting point, extreme high heat point. But when it's hot, it bends pretty easy. And believe it or not, tungsten's not really inert for your body. Tungsten inside of you, your body recognizes it as a foreign object. Where titanium is safe, Kanthal is safe, nichrome not really. Nichrome's not really because it contains chromium. And it's got 2 Boise alkaline Boise battery. Do not disassemble. Huh, it's just shrink wrapped. Recharge, install, and properly dispose of in fire or mix with used or different types of batteries. And it's 1.5. It's regular cadmium, 0% cadmium, 0% mercury batteries. This bar just literally just goes to the back and just kind of pushed on there by the end cap. And then when you push the button, all it does is it just pushes this down against the contact. Literally a mechanical switch. It's such a simple design. It's almost like elegant. It's actually the hardest thing about it is putting it back together without getting the batteries crooked in it because they go crooked kind of easy and that strap goes the wrong direction. But the tail cap just got a spring to push the tabs and two little tabs to hold it lined up. It's pretty simple. North Shore, you do the exact same thing, man. Have yourself a great Christmas. Remember, it's next Monday, so the Sailor's going to be on. Tonight was the 5th day of silver, so there's still 7 more days. He's hurt his back real bad, so, but I know he still plans on streaming on Saturday and stuff like that, so I'm sure we'll see you around still. No, Sailor's only over for tonight. He's doing the 12 days of silver. So like tomorrow night's the 6th day. And then Wednesday's the 7th day of silver. So this goes on until basically Christmas with the 12 days of silver. It's he did it last year too. It's pretty good. And then he goes back to his regular scheduled program. I think he might take maybe take a couple days off, maybe a week off at the most. But right now I say he's done because he hurt his back yesterday. And that's why he didn't do his normal auction stream tonight, is because just like sitting there hurts, laying on his back or his side hurts. The only way he's really comfortable, he said, was laying on his belly. And he was in the Navy, so he doesn't like doing that. I know you don't get that one, Passion. Guys in the Navy don't sleep on their belly because they might get humped in the butt if they do.
Gosh.
It's one of those gay joke things, because if you're in the Navy, you must be gay. Realize the Marines are gay though. But yeah, he is. I talked to him on the phone earlier, and it sounds like he either has a bulging disc in his thoracic, probably like a T4, T5 area, or he's got a disc that ruptured because it's putting a lot of pressure on his nerve root that is wrapping around underneath his armpit, just below his nipple area on his side, from his back all the way around to on the left side, which is a painful spot because it hurts to breathe, hurts to move, hurts to twist or reach. So he's gonna have to get in to see a doctor and get an X-ray to see if the spine's out of alignment. But I told him in the meantime, if he can sit on something hard and like curl himself over forward and really curve his spine forward as much as he can, if it gives him relief, then he knows it's 100% that he's got a bulging disc. Because when you do that, it'll bulge it the other direction and make you feel relieved, make you not feel quite so pressured. It's a shitty situation, I told him on the upside though, at least his disc most likely is still there. My C5, C6 disc in my neck actually slid down inside my spinal canal and paralyzed me on my right side. And that was kind of real shitty because I just woke up one day. I had surgery on my shoulder. Everything went fine. And it was a couple days after the surgery, I woke up and my right side didn't work. And it was working the night before.
Hmm.
So now I have an artificial disc and a partial artificial vertebrae.
Oh
And I need to
gosh.
do the next disc down, and between C6, C7 is going to be my next big one. Yay! That's when you know it sucks getting old. See, it ain't getting
Yeah.
old as bad. It's just doing dumb things and hurting yourself for too many years that suck. It beats your body up, you know. So how's the weather down there, Jimmy? Because I know you're down in Florida. Ah, see, Prolific 42. He's the one who was lurking. It's all good, Prolific. I'm sure you can probably hear us too. You know, talking all the funness about everything in life. I'm guessing Prolific is a Beetlejuice fan. That was a classic movie from when we were growing up.
Oh
Beetlejuice.
wow.
You've never seen it, have you?
What, Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
I never seen it.
Ah, that's such an awesome movie.
I still haven't seen Star Wars yet.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, it's only 46 years old, you know, Star Wars. Because, yeah, it came out the year I was born.
Oh, awesome.
46 years ago. A long, long time ago in a galaxy far away, but yet somehow in the future. See, Star Wars is neat because they have these multi-gigawatt nuclear reactors in their hand, in a hand-sized lightsaber, you know, because that's what it would take to
Oh.
operate gigawatts of energy. Ugh. So Prolific, have you ever met Passion before? Passion Art Coin. Miss Passion Farting Coins. Oh my God, I gotta drink it. So what you have for dinner, Jessica? We had meatloaf, stuffing, and corn.
Oh, yeah. I kind of had late lunch dinner.
We call that dinner or dunch.
I don't know.
Get it, dinner or dunch.
I call it late lunch dinner. I had burger and fries from McDonald's earlier. Burger King.
Burger King,
Yeah.
home of the Grand Whopper Burger.
Yeah, and then before that it was Hardee's.
So you didn't have dinner. That means you can't have dessert.
I had check mix for lunch snack.
Yeah, Chex Mix is
Then
good.
then I had coffee.
And of course you did. No,
And
at nine
fell
o'clock at
asleep
night.
on the way home.
Yeah, had to take a nap, huh?
Yeah.
It's because you're getting old.
No, it's because I had to wake up. My mom woke me up at 8, but then I fell asleep and didn't wake up till around 8:30, and I had to hurry up, get dressed, and went out the door.
Well, see, if you would have got up at 4, you'd have been dressed already.
I still be very tired.
If you would have just slept in the car, you would have been already ready. See, you have just got in the car and left.
Yeah.
Do what Casey put in the chat.
Yeah. Casey. I haven't had no chocolate today except for coffee.
Yeah. Um, I ate some oatmeal cream pies when I woke up,
Mm.
and a Monster Energy drink.
Actually, last night I had chocolate pie.
Yeah, we got chocolate pie and pudding. Chocolate pie in the pudding. Chocolate pie in the freezer. I got a key lime pie in the fridge, thawing out though.
Oh, yum.
And then Casey decided she wanted to probably not pay attention because she bought some hot candy. They kind of look like Mike and Ice, but they're the hot ones.
Oh, cool.
And I bought an entire box of Tostino's pizzas.
Oh, yum. I want pizza.
I just took it right out of the cooler at Walmart. I took the whole box out. No, you gotta do it. You gotta do it right. Just take it all. That wasn't for me. No, you can have the pizza too. You can have the pie too. Oh, and I got some English muffins, the cinnamon raisin and blueberry. Just sounded good. I'm like, yeah, I want some English muffins.
Mm.
You can pop in the toaster that we haven't used in like a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, $100 doesn't go very far in the store anymore. almost kind of sad. Goes too quick. Uh, uh, it was a stinking stuffer. Well, that's what she put, a stinking stuffer.
Oh my.
I know what she meant. She meant stocking stuffer, but she said stinking, which is funnier.
Yeah.
And she tries to play it off. No, I meant stocking. Yeah, you said stinking, you stinker. Aren't you a stinker? I'm supposed to get that pie done. Get that pie thawed out soon. I ain't had key lime pie in a while. It's made from Key West, real Key West key limes. It says. Thinks I'm being a brat, but she's the one who's talking. I guess technically I'm talking, she's typing, but hey, close enough.
My mom, she's gonna make a delicious dessert for Christmas.
Yeah, we are too. We're gonna thaw it out. That's why we got so many different kinds of pies. Well, it looks like we're gonna do Christmas Eve here and then Christmas Day over at our mom's house.
Oh, okay.
I think we might be helping deliver gifts at the complex where mom lives at. Or not gifts, but meals. It's a
Oh, awesome.
it's a senior living facility, so some of the people have a hard time getting around. Since I look like Santa, I might as well be
Yeah.
bringing the gift of food. I got the food now. Bum, 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 bum. Oh,
Usually on Christmas Day, we usually stay home.
yeah. Well, all your family lives like within a couple blocks of each other or
Yep.
next door. You know,
My mom brings them over.
my adopted dad's in Colorado. My real mom, she's in New Hampshire. Uh, my brother, he only lives like half an hour away, but he'll probably be working. Life of a federal officer.
Yeah.
He has to work all the time. Well, that he doesn't have any kids or nothing like that, so he has no issue because he's a lieutenant, so he has no issue letting the guys that are under him that have kids and stuff like that spend the holiday with the kids, which I think is commendable of him.
Oh, okay. Okay, see.
said, we're gonna put Santa to work. I'm gonna put her to work.
Yeah, usually on Christmas morning, my mom wakes me up early in the morning.
And I gotta have a talk to her to get her to start waking up really early. No naps during the day. It'll be like 10 o'clock. You'll be on like on Oregon Street. Like, oh, I gotta jump down. I gotta go to bed. And then she'll be like, dang, are you okay? How's your uncle doing?
He's doing good.
Yeah.
He went out with one of his friends today.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've been gone all day.
Yeah.
Had to see my papa.
Is he your mom's brother or your dad's brother?
Is Do you mean Jeff or Papa?
Jeff.
Jeff is my dad's brother, younger
Dad's brother.
brother.
Well, see, if it was your mom's brother, it would still be your uncle. See, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your papa looks like your dad's dad.
It's actually my mom's dad.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a similar look to your dad, you know, a belly and the bald head, and, you know.
Yeah, my dad, he calls him Pops.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's kind of fitting, right?
Yep. And one thing, I have not seen the Trolls movie yet. That Turtle Troll Race movie or something.
Yeah.
Or it's called I can't think of the name of it. Turtles, something like that.
It's called, I can't think of the name of it. Wow, I've never heard of that one.
Turbo movie or something.
Oh, Turbo, the snails.
Yeah.
You got to see that movie. That's an awesome movie. I mean, like, legitimately, it is an awesome movie. You will love it. I promise.
Maybe one day I'll watch it.
Turbo is kind of like like Shrek. You know how it's like a kids movie, but it has adult stuff in it to keep it funny.
Yeah.
Just like that. Or like Over the Hedge.
Say what again?
Or like the movie Over the Hedge.
Over the Hedge.
Yeah.
I never seen that movie.
Really?
No.
Got a bear in it. And it's got a squirrel that drinks energy drink and like time stands still for him. It's another great movie.
Oh my.
You got to get out more. You know. You know you can watch almost all these movies on
I
YouTube, right?
know.
You
Yeah.
could be sitting there doing painting or whatever and watching actual movies.
I've been
Wouldn't that
watching
be fun?
Transformers movies.
Transformers.
Yeah. Dark of the Moon.
Did you know that they're more than meets the eye?
I did not know.
Anybody who's lurking right now listening, I guarantee is laughing. Because that was part of the intro theme to the original Transformers cartoon. Transformers, more than meets the eye. See, pretty much everything that kids like nowadays is a remake of something that we liked when I was a kid. Modern Hollywood ran out of ideas. Now they don't get to see all the cool stuff.
I can't wait till the new Transformer movie comes out.
Yeah.
But that new Hunger Games movie that's coming out soon, I won't watch it because it's got snakes.
Yeah, the snakes aren't in your like room or nothing, and just realize very, very few snakes in the world will attack a human being, okay? Right, Jimmy?
I can't stand snakes. It just makes me sick in my stomach.
Yeah, that's just one of those things that you just have to mentally get prepare yourself for.
Yeah.
See, Jimmy, the problem was the other day I was talking to my friend about riding her just a little too hard, and then I blew her trans, and I got the funniest looks you'd ever think of. You know, listen here, buddy. $20, $20, all right? Guarantee that made Jimmy laugh. Because guys name their cars, and typically guys name their cars a girl name. Back when people didn't get offended by, every little thing like somebody sneezing. So how about this one, Jimmy? So my brother works for the Department of Homeland Security. Um, his unit is on Fort Leonard Wood. 2025. If you're in the Army and you cannot pass weight quals and physical fitness quals, they're discharging you. There you go. No, a while back, Sarah McLaughlin was doing a whole show talking about beavers. Of course, I tuned right in, but wasn't the beaver I was thinking about. She was talking about the one that chews on wood and has got that funny looking tail. I was very disappointed.
Mm.
It's okay, Jessica. That's an adult reference right there that I used. I can't tell you everything. Gotta try to maintain some of your innocence here. It's called plausible deniability. Okay. Back
Okay.
here, huh? I'm gonna sleep good though. Oh. You got your candy cane holder?
I got my what candy cane holder.
I said, is that your candy cane holder? It says Merry Christmas on it. Looks like a stocking.
That's a stocking.
No, it's a stocking. Oh, it
Yeah,
looks like you put candy canes in it.
you can, but I usually don't.
No. It'd be a good place to keep them. Nice and close.
Yeah, I got my candy cane pan.
Yeah. Just don't chew on it, you know.
No,
It doesn't taste real good.
no.
See, on top of us doing pretty much anything we wanted to when we were younger without worrying about getting caught because there weren't cameras everywhere. We also did a lot of stupid and retarded things. Yes, it does, Jimmy.
Trying to get this wire to fold.
And oddly enough, both versions of Beaver like to bring wood home. And Jimmy, if she says, "Yeah, all right," then you have a good one too with the candy cane. The candy cane holder.
I got a candy cane right here.
Oh, there you go, Jimmy. She got candy right there.
It's a pen. It's a pen that my mom got me.
Jimmy said, "None of it's bent like a candy cane." I don't know. I mean, that could be a kink. Literally a kink.
Ah.
But Jimmy, think of how minty your breath would be. Jimmy's expression kind of says it all there, huh? Jimmy, just because you're old doesn't mean you're dead. I mean, it might kill you, but you're not dead yet. I gotta jump.
Uh,
All right, Jessica, I sent you a text message. Just you have to maintain your composure, okay?
okay.
Sometimes it just needs a back brace. So we were watching Family Guy last night, and Peter is he's at a party, and like the delivery guy shows up and goes, "Are you Peter Griffin?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, I got your box of discreet pills. Awesome. Last night I had to use a popsicle stick and tape. That's pretty. But see, I have the thing that works better than any of that kind of stuff. Dan and Jimmy. If you want to know how to function on 2 hours of sleep a day, have lots of energy, and be extremely strong, you have to have a really cool doctor that will give you a prescription. Which will then make you strong like bull. And just remember, Jimmy, if you want to make it extra fun for her, you could always use a twizzle straw. You know, those twizzly spiral straws. Jessica's over there fumbling around.
I'll finish up the sun catchers that's already painted.
Oh yeah.
I'll put beads on them. I gotta do the ones that I gotta paint now.
Not here, Jimmy. Hey, if a plastic straw's too soft, you can always go with one of those metal ones, you know?
I gotta do these that haven't not painted yet.
Yeah. So you need like a pearl paint. Because pearls kind of have like an opal look to them, where they have the different kind of colors that reflect. You know, like kind of like a pearl has. Yeah, just if you're gonna use a metal one, just make sure you warm it up first, because
I don't think
it's cold.
the reflect one, I don't think I have that kind of paint. I got metallic glitter.
Yeah. Here's the black one I was talking about the other day. That one's pretty, huh?
Ooh, yeah.
All those different colors in it. Just has that really cool look to it.
Is that the glitter kind?
Yeah, this one is glitterific black opal.
I got
I'll let
one
you guess.
like that.
I'll let you guess where I got it from.
Hobby Lobby.
No, I got it from Walmart, but I think Hobby Lobby probably sells the same one.
I got some glitter, but I don't have all the glitter.
Well, yeah, Jimmy. Sometimes you got to make it extra sparkly, you know, make it more festive. But this is actually just it's black opal acrylic paint. It's not really glue, but I mean it's acrylic paint, so I mean when it dries, it's like glue. I mean there'll be no audio. Um, the song Black Betty was playing in this video. Move that out of the way. So there it is. It's 400 amp alternators
Oh, wow.
from Autotech out in California. A good friend of mine out there. He custom builds alternators, and I basically had to show him what color I wanted on them. And that went into a vehicle that is what kind of stupid loud. A good friend of mine. I did a pretty good sized build. That's his mom. Yeah, it went into this stereo build. It's got 6 dB 515s in it. Clamps like 25,000 watts. Does 160s at the dash. Yeah, pretty major. Oh yeah, I bet that would work really good, Jimmy. You could probably also use it like for like a fishing lure. Yeah, this is like one of my hobby things that I like to do. Not yet, but it takes a lot to actually pop the windshield out as long as it's glued in correctly and there's no sharp edges pushing against it. But this is a Yukon XL, so it's like a Suburban and it has no back seats or nothing, just all stereo. And now we're getting ready to rip it all out and redo it with 915s instead because got to make it louder. The goal in this thing is to get like a 167, 168 out of it, which is basically at the limit of being able to sit in it and listen to it because it just gets uncomfortable. It definitely can. Yeah, it can actually cause your brain to move inside your skull. Where it gets me is on some of the higher notes, in the 50, 60 hertz range, it feels like somebody is literally choking you with their hand around your neck. Um, this is not a stereo that you drive around and listen to. It's one that it's a competition vehicle. But this is just when we first trying to get everything set up, getting everything figured out. It's my friend John. He's a Marine. We went with the 15s on it just because the motors are the same size for the 15 or the 18. So for the cone area, there is actually more motor force with the 15. Um, and for the physical size of the vehicle, he would actually have to run less 18s than 15s because of the airspace requirements. So it's pretty windy. It moves quite a bit of air around inside of it. I'm guessing you said double wood. Um, so it's a inch and a half by inch and a half, 3/16 steel cage. The biggest holes are 12-inch by 12-inch, and it's got 2 layers of 3/4 inch MDF inside the squares, half-inch layer of Russian Baltic birch on the inside, and a 1/4 inch of Russian Baltic birch on the outside to make it look nicer. So we're redoing it so the cage is actually going to be above his head now in the passenger compartment, and we're going to cage the floor of it to make it stiffer. And then basically the backside of it, move it, increase the volume of it to put more subs in it and retune the ports and everything. Right now he's tuned 18 and 36 hertz, so he can play the real low sounds. I even did a stereo for his mom, which is his mom is upper 50s, and she's got 412s in a sixth order wall in a little Saturn view. She likes rock and roll music mostly though. One of those extra fun hobbies. Because you got to do something for fun, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I got into audio when I was a wee lad before I had my license. Um, I went to a lowrider car show. I think I was maybe 14, 13, and just kind of fell in love with it there and just went from there. My personal vehicle is the state record holder Missouri, um, for what they call a trunk build. My car just has 212s in the trunk. The best I've done USAC was 156.8 at 30 hertz. I've done a 151.7 average for a minute and a half music, and it's in an older Honda Accord. I have two 320 amp alternators, and that's the underhood of what my car looks like. So it's all 2-watt audio cable. There's 4 runs of power, 4 runs of ground from front to back, 2 runs of power and ground per alternator up front. All lithium batteries, and there's no lead acid or anything like that. That's got 150 amp hour of lithium. My friend John, his truck's got 250, but we're getting ready to go up on his to 1,000 amp hour. So no lead acid at all lithium cells. So 28 650s. Similar cells to what Tesla uses. My car, this Honda here, it has 240 cells in it. John's has got just shy of 500, but we're getting ready to step his up to, what is it, it's 96 per 750 amp hour. We're going to go to 1,000 amp hours in his, so it's a lot of cells. But they're lithium, so they're very high output. And that ammo can is a 36 amp hour lithium battery pack, and that's enough to start an 18-wheeler or a big garbage truck, no problem. But my entire audio system in my car fits in the trunk of my car, and that's the way I did mine. And those are 12s. Those are the motors. So two 12s, two 6-inch arrow ports, 2.5 cubic foot per 12. My box is 3 layers thick. The baffle's 4 layers thick, and that's got a 1/4 inch of epoxy poured inside the entire box, flipped over, poured, flipped over, poured. So every surface inside of it is as smooth as glass can be. Then I use Mastercam 5 to run hydrodynamics on the box to check for static zones on the airflow to make sure everything was running smoothly and was running as efficiently as possible. But those subs, my subs, they're basically the same as his, except his is a 15. And mine weigh 89 pounds, so his are like 95. Yeah, that's what when I fold the back seat down, that's what it looks like.
Oh, wow.
All UV reactive paint.
Mm.
I use 4-gauge speaker wire. But I clamp on at USAC Nationals, I clamped 79,994 watts, so basically 18,000 watts at half ohm. But I mean, it's pretty good looking. In my car, I am running Focal KRC 6.5s and tweeters, $800 for a 6.5, and then I'm running old school Alpine V12, like late 1990s amplifiers, class AB for the mids and highs, and I'm running a full bridge 12K on the subs on a Pioneer PRS 80 or 80 PRS head unit. My friend John's got the 99 RS, so his is the next step up from mine, and they're about the best head units you can possibly get on the market right now. The 80 RS has a 24-bit Brown Burr processor on it. His has got 36-bit in it. Mine has 26 bands of EQing. His has 38 bands of EQing in it. His is a 4-way bandpass crossover. Mine has a 3-way bandpass crossover. They're just really, really high end. And they stopped making them, which is great because, the deck I paid $284 brand new used are selling for almost $1,000. His new was $1,500, and now they're selling for like $3,000.
I'll be right back.
That's the mids and highs that are in my car right there. So all 11 of those are between my front doors, rear deck, and center channel. Yeah, technology has changed an incredible amount. Most everything now, like you don't have that thump on, thump off. They all use like soft start circuits in them. So they'll put a capacitor inside the amplifier with a good size resistor on it, so it'll self-discharge. But when you first turn it on, all the inrush of power is actually being split between charging the capacitor up and actually charging the rest of the power bank up before it ever actually even gets a turn on. So you don't get that spike anymore, which is really nice. We run a lot higher voltage now than a lot of people did back in the day. I run 15.5 pretty much all the time. My alternators are capable of 19.5. I try not to run more than 18 though, because I have big bridge rectifier diodes in my system to lower the voltage down to the stock DCU. And I don't know exactly how many volts my Honda ECU will take before it just kind of lets all the magic pixie smoke out. Um, some people have had 16.5, other people have lost theirs at like 15.8. Casey's life has heard mine and my friend John's. Just little short burps and, you know, little quick demos and stuff like that where we're working on them. It's just always fun stuff, you know. I do all my own design and everything else just to make it more fun. I'm really good at doing math. Let me see where's the picture of my I call my fat friend John because he's an ex-marine and you know he's a little chunky as most ex-marines get. But you know he's a good guy. Yeah, and things have been changed incredibly amount. The Sundown ZB5 subs from peak to peak travels 4 inches, and they'll do every bit of it. Mechanically, they can't bottom out. You actually would rip things apart and damage it before they would ever bottom out. That was the when we put the 4 alternators on his. So there's one down there, and now we're going to add 2 more to it. So we'll have 2,400 amps of charging, which makes it more fun. Oddly enough, though, things still cost about the exact same amount too. You know, you have your cheap stuff that is cheap, and you have your good stuff that is real expensive. I have so many pictures in this phone. Oh yeah, that was back in the day right there. I think the only place you hear Sherwood anymore is like at the flea market now. Of course, MTX is still around. Earthquake, they're still there. You don't hear from much anymore. Pile Driver, Pile's gonna be around forever. And it's mostly just because they've been around forever. There's my friend John. That's how big his amp is. It's rated for 17,000 watts at 13.4 volt. And it's like $2,800. Yeah, I got a bunch of old Kicker ZX amplifiers in storage. Alpine V12, XM, Sony's, some old US amps still. Yeah, that's how amps look nowadays. I don't know if I can get it all in the picture. So power side down there, all your power transformers, filter caps. switching MOSFETs, going into then more filtering caps because you gotta take, turn the DC into AC to bring the voltage up back into DC, bring it across to the output section, convert it back into AC, run it through all the output MOSFETs and filters, and then out to the speaker terminals. They've yeah, technology has come a long way in amplifiers.
Mm.
Here's a picture of his battery when we first started doing some of the stuff in his truck. He was in no wall. That's his battery pack. So each one of those is a 26650 cell. And of course it goes, it's 4 rows deep. And that's a good sized battery. It's capable of discharging like 74,000 amps. It's 250 cold cranking amps. Well, no, 250 amp hour. 75,000 cold cranking amps and like 82,000 cranking amps. That's my side money maker is I build car audio batteries. It's a lot of fun most of the time until you start doing things like breaking door pins and breaking door hinges and then trying to figure out how you're going to hold the door back on so you can get back home to weld it back together. Where is the new Tahoe? So I'm one of those people that know a thing or two because I've kind of done and seen a thing or two. Yeah, they do get pretty pricey. Um, but the big difference is like that battery weighs 118 pounds complete. There's no, I mean, you'd be 1,800 pounds worth of lead acid just to attempt to keep up with it for the first like minute of playing the stereo. And then after that, it would just drop off. It wouldn't be to keep up. They're make an incredible amount of power. And it's also why, you had to have so much alternator charging too, just to keep up with the rest of everything else in the system. That battery there, like if somebody wanted to buy one of those, like me make one, it's 2,500. But you get what you pay for. It's one of the few things nowadays that you actually get what you pay for. Because typically on a lot of stuff, you just, you don't get nearly what you pay for. This is when I was working on his almost 60-year-old mom's car. Yeah, skipping caps. You've been in. We use Maxwell Systems 3000 Farad caps now, and yeah, you need like for every 3,000 watts of amplifier, you need like 5,000 farads of capacitor. But she's got 4 DefBonds 12s, which are kind of temporary. The entire inside of her box is sprayed with glow in the dark green paint, and she has UV LEDs in there. Really beautiful Russian Baltic birch on the outside with leather wrapped accents to match the same color as the interior of the car. This is John's truck. It's got a steel roof in it. It has a 1/4-inch plate steel roof that we welded in to make it live longer. Because we had basically got it all out and then try to put everything back in, which was a fun time. It's one of the things I love doing is welding upside down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just lots and lots of fun. Trying to run weld beads upside down is a lot different than trying to do it on the ground in a flat direction. Yeah, we use unlike back in the yesteryear where people would put like a layer of Dynamat. We'll put a layer on top of layer on top of layer. My Honda Accord, the roof has 16 layers on everything except where the sunroof is. Where the sunroof is has 7 layers. The rear doors of my Accord are filled with concrete. Yeah, his we split the sheet in half to have it so it has a little bit of a curve. But for the most part, yeah, it's like flat, except if the puddle gets too hot, it drips on you. I mean, I like being on fire as much as the next guy. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, my rear doors are filled with it's lightcrete, so it's 30% foam, 70% concrete mix. My rear windows on my car don't roll down, but they'll also stop probably 308. My front door's got 12 layers on it, so like when you knock on the door skin, it sounds like you're knocking on a solid oak door. John's is very similar to that. It's very, very extremely stiff. And it just makes it that much more rigid everything is, the less flex it has. See, for my day job, I weld up a lot of dumpsters. Um, I'm sure you've heard the term before, welding garbage metal. I do that literally. When you have a dumpster that has been out in the field for a while and it's got a rot hole in it, so we're going to put a patch over it. You wire wheel as much of the oil-based paint off as you can. It never gets it perfect, of course. And then you put a piece of 11 gauge steel over the hole. Typically want about an inch overlap. You don't want too much overlap because you know it fill off the trash. And then yeah, you weld that garbage metal in. Lots of extra fun that way. Oh, that's awesome, Judith and Dan. I am not 16 nuclear certified pipe welder. Um, I have my AWS 5 certification for underwater welding. Um, I am nuclear certified for operations and emergency response for a research reactor that I work at part time. Um, yeah, welding. Yeah, welding nuclear pressure pipes and stuff like that is a whole nother level because it's one thing to have a water leak or even like a natural gas leak. It's another thing to have a radiation carrying water leak that's under extremely high pressure and temperature. This again, this is me before, yeah, lots and lots of X-rays. Before I had my beard, this is actually a couple of years ago. Uh, that's a Sundown Team sub. It weighs 142 pounds. Look at the butt on that thing, huh? Look at that freaking motor.
Oh my.
That's a 15-inch subwoofer.
That's big.
Yeah, it's a monster. And if you ever wonder what that would look like on an 8-inch sub, well, that's what it would look like. Because why not? That's a Honda Civic with you know, a 1,000 cubic inch big block in it. But it's funny because sometimes you have to do things funny. Yeah, I kind of push everything out. Here's the newest. Here's the current version of my car, which is I painted. I recon the subs. I painted the baskets white and then the corresponding color. So like the blue one is I painted it blue and then I used a UV reactive blue water based paint, sprayed it over the blue and then lacquered it. And then I did the same thing to the red one where I sprayed the base coat white and then the red, then a water based UV reactive white or red paint, and then lacquered it so the UV lights now make the subs, the baskets glow as well. And it's funny because the motors look black, but they're still chromed. But it just gives it all right, where did the other picture at? Yeah, there it
Oh,
is
nice.
in the daylight. So nice and bright. Yeah, I just got to do things that are fun. And sometimes you have to do things over the top. Yeah, they're essentially equivalent to 2 gauge American welding wire. Um, we're now going to go to even bigger to 4 gauge, but that's what we use for power cables. Then we use multiple runs. We'll only put about, typically we try to keep below 300 amps running to it at a maximum of 25 feet because it's DC current. Um, that was when that's a build I did 2 years ago. Something nice and elegant, but still really loud. But it looks pretty. You got to make it look pretty.
Yep.
Otherwise, you just have something that looks ugly. Who wants ugly?
No one.
Yeah. And I do lots of online talk with friends and stuff like that on how to actually design things, build things. Yeah, that one was Missouri Amish red cedar. That was when I was painting the basket. So it's blue. They start out black. Hanging it. That's when painting the UV paint on it, and then the UV paint just it almost has like a churn cloth glow to it. Yeah. I'm gonna give it that really really pretty bright blue glow, which I liked.
Ooh, pretty.
That's the inside of my enclosure, my speaker box. Yeah, I like cobalt blue. You can see it's all glassed inside, so it's all epoxy resin, like mirror finish because there's my phone. But it makes it very very durable that way. Even the ports are braced, everything glassed, just to keep it as smooth and rigid as can be. Yeah, audio's changed a lot. Yeah, there you go through my iron soft blue. This is the one I did for my brother for his Land Rover. So the amps are flush mounted, nice and look to them. An old. There we go. Come on, move. Old Thunder MTX T9512, the Thunder 9500. Yeah, yeah, long way. But that was your first real high excursion beast of a subwoofer. Of course, wrapped in black leather, Baltic birch with polished aluminum trim. Try to make it look classy. But that was a real fun one just because Land Rovers are their A pillars and B pillars have AR 500 plate inside of them to help make it stronger in the case of event of a T-bone collision. Um, Trying to drill a hole through it for putting door speakers in is an absolute nightmare. I ended up saying screw it and brought it to work and used a plasma cutter to blow a hole through because I just couldn't deal with it anymore. Because you're losing like a diamond drill bit, water spraying up the entire time, pushing as hard as you can for a few minutes, and then you gotta take a break because you're out of energy to then do it all over again. Yeah. And if you ever wonder what the inside about, oh, you stupid phone. It's my old phone. Like the one I use mostly for just for the chat. There we go. Yeah, if you ever wonder what a Land Rover looks like with no interior, those are all the RCA's to come from his head unit to back where the amplifiers were. That was so much fun to take apart. There's 4 rollover sensors in the interior. Not really sure why, but yeah. Yeah, that's his Land Rover. And the computer in that thing is absolutely horrible because the rear seats have heaters in them and one of the plugs wasn't clipped. So it threw a check engine light for not having the rear seat heater plugged all the way in because it wasn't making good connection. Well, yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, that's pretty much the way my what I do for my relaxation time is do stupid things like that. Believe it or not, it doesn't really have much of an issue. Um, you just got to make sure that it's getting proper power feeds. Most OEM computers, like the power wires going to the computers on them, are pretty small. When you start pulling real hard on an audio system, a lot of times the factory computer power wires will start getting warm because you're starting to put a lot of amperage draw through it. So typically the first thing we'll do is we'll run grounds directly from the alternator to the computer, an alternator to battery, alternator chassis, battery chassis, make sure everything's really, really well grounded. Because very few people know this. Power does not run from positive to negative. Electron flow runs from the negative side of the battery through the device and returns through the positive side. That's why a vehicle's chassis is grounded, is because all the power is actually running through the chassis. Each individual thing has its own power feed wire, and that's how they actually control what gets power when is by the exit of it. If you look at most electrical circuits always show, yeah, unless it's reverse polarity, but most electrical circuits will always show like resistors and diodes and stuff like that on the ground side on the circuit, and that's because that's where the power is actually going into it at. Um, it's you really start learning about that stuff when you start doing like electrical topography design, um, and electrical engineering, which I don't have a degree in electrical engineering. I have a degree in mechanical engineering and bachelor's in mechanical and bachelor's in quantum engineering. And but doing mechanical and quantum, you have to learn all the electrical theory anyhow, because very few things are purely mechanical. Most things are electromechanical. About the only thing that's purely mechanical is old diesel engines, because all they cared about was getting some fuel and some air, and they would run. You don't see a lot of stuff with reverse polarity anymore, though, which is good. Now that everybody thinks they're an expert and can fix anything, it leads to some really scary situations. And like people who put breaker boxes in themselves in their house and run all the wires to it because they think black means ground, which creates a real nightmare when somebody uses black as ground in your house and white is neutral, because then your white is live as can be. Ooh. Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, over the years, I've done a lot of Healy arc, uh, a lot of TIG welding. I used to have a Syncrowave 350, the old machine, where it was, the size of a refrigerator, and then had a cooling radiator system that was, the size of a large microwave. Um, one of the old solid state machines. Used to build a lot of turbo headers with a friend of mine. He owned a company called Tricked Out Motorsports. Well, he still does, but um, when I moved to Missouri, I sold the machine to him. But yeah, it's amazing how important proper ground locations really mean, especially when you're trying to keep temperatures down. People don't understand, the higher the resistance, the higher the temperature goes. The higher the temperature goes, the more resistance it adds. All right, Judith, ready for this one? I'm assuming I'm talking to Dan. If I am talking to Judith and she knows all the stuff about car audio stuff that's wicked hot. Um, but Dan, check this out. Do you know we have never measured the speed of light directly? Yeah. Um, auto pulsars. Um, I worked at a place. That's why I said I'm assuming it's Dan. I worked at a place called Harloff Industries for a while. I pretty much always had two jobs my whole life. They built MRI machines, crash carts, stuff like that. Uh, we had some Miller welders there. You turn the machine on, you clamped your ground. There was no knobs on the machine. You pulled the trigger. As soon as it struck the arc, it automatically adjusted itself based on the resistance of the metal. It was running DC, but it also used an AC. Hold on, let me think what it's called. Oh my God. I just had a brain fart.
Oh gosh.
Um, a feedback loop so that it knew the surface, basically like for the skin effect, it knew the surface of the metal so that it could actually adjust itself without issue. Yeah, AccuPulse, yeah. Which was just, and at that time, I was used to, hey, you got to adjust this stuff, and if it ain't weld right, adjust it more. To pull the trigger, it's going to do what you need to do all the time. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Jimmy, things have changed a lot since then. I do have a tombstone welder though, the old Lincoln 220 tombstone stick welder. I use that as power supply a lot. When the MIG welder just doesn't have enough, you just run the tombstone into the MIG welder for power instead. About the only real pipe welding I've done is exhaust pipe. Oh yeah, long way from Millermatic buzz box. Here's how you know technology is changed. You can buy a really nice welder that will work really, really well for a long period of time from Harbor Freight now because of DC inverter technology, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. We were looking at buying one of the new Millers that Airgas has, and it is an all-in-one machine. So it does stick, TIG, of course, regular old MIG, but it also has a plasma cutter option on it. We have a a Millermatic 20 at work. That's single phase 220. Uh, old, always works. Um, that sounds about right for the military, Jimmy. That's the way the government works. Um, and then we have a Millermatic 250 there. Um, I agree, Judith, but like to throw it on the back of the service truck would be great because right now we have to go out and do service calls because something happened. We're throwing the Millermatic 250 on there, uh, the gas generator on it, uh, the little Miller plasma on there, which is still 220 or 240, but it's an inverter one, so it'll sever 1 inch. But we end up loading all the stuff on the truck just to go out and fix something stupid because handle fell off of the shagger that's riding on the back of the truck and he has nowhere to hell launch him now. So an all-in-one would be great for something like that. But then we got the big old stick welder in the shop still. Used to have a Bobcat 350. That one just kept giving us issues over and over and over again. There was something wrong with the transformer in it, and we ended up just getting tired of it, so we traded it in. And then we got a small TIG, which is just a 180 machine, so 180 amp machine, but it does all the stuff we want to do for just doing stainless steel exhaust pipes and little shit. So it works and gets the job done. Of course, I went out and bought, that was August, a brand spanking new Miller auto dimmer. And when the strobe light goes on the garbage truck, the auto dimmer flashes on and off on its own, which is great when you're welding and somebody brings in a truck with a strobe on it. That'd be cool, Judith. I learned how to weld in my garage. Um, we had a welder and we had lots of scrap metal, and I just started playing around with it. When I joined the Navy and went EOD, we learned how to weld because we had to learn how to do underwater welding because that way when we go down to disarm sea mines, we weld them shut, weld the pins in place so that we can move them around and bring them to the surface without having to worry about them detonating. You go through the schooling and it's very, you would think you were welding a pressure vessel on a submarine 3,000 feet under the surface. And when it actually comes to welding most of the stuff we welded, it was the equivalent of running 6018 rod on a pipe fence at a farm. That's basically what most of the welds we were doing were like, because it just didn't matter. You just had to get it done and quickly. What are you looking for?
Big dumb nuts.
Plastic ones. They are cedar shelf on the bottom.
This one?
Cedar to the left of the TV. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like rebar rod. Somewhere around here, in my place, I have some 7024 HRH rod. Um, somewhere around here, 3/16. Yeah, your 6011 is your farm rod basically. Weld everything with it and anything. It just sticks metal together well. 7018, 70,000 psi, a lot stronger. Um, as I remember, potassium based flux on it. 7024 water does not infiltrate the flux, so you can dip it in water and it still feels dry, still looks dry. Um, yeah, it's good, like good old days. I don't do nearly as much stick as I used to. About the only time I do stick now is just out at the farm fixing fencing, because we use weld pipe and sucker rod. So 2 and 7/8 weld pipe, pounded in the ground. Use a 7/8 sucker rod as the bars. 6011 works great for that. Put cleats on the forklift, or not on the forklift, on the track loader or on the bulldozer. 7018 works great. Lift the whole thing in the air, put it in gear, let it go really slow, and then you just walk along. Well, it. Next, like the cleats on like the track loader, we just tack them all on, and then you only have one gear really. Flat out fixing thing would want to go 6 miles an hour, so you just basically put it in gear with the idle running. Yeah, I work on cast deals, and you sit on the track and basically just start welding, and you would only have so long before you fall off the track on the other end because it's moving. The track loader's not moving, but the track is. And then you just run back, jump on again, and weld another one. It was really nice to do it in the wintertime when it was snowing, really cold outside, because the track was nice and warm all the time, so you got to sit down on something that was warm. I personally, I prefer to use the nickel rod doing cast. I'm a lot better with TIG doing cast, with either the silica bronze or the nickel rod. But I've stick cast with nickel rod before. I've done it with 7018, but I've always had better luck with the nickel rod myself. I always tell people I'm no master welder, because anybody can get a piece of paper and anything, but it doesn't mean you can actually do it the correct way every single time, unless you do it every single day, all the time. But I can tell you, I can make some really nice looking solder joints. I got a really nice soldering iron. Got some really nice silver solder. Nice. I've done it on and off for probably 28 years. if I took all my combined welding time, turned it into like a 10-hour a day job, I'd probably have maybe 3 years worth of experience. Because like welding up an exhaust pipe, your total welding time on a car, putting a new exhaust underneath it. I mean, your actual welding time is like 15 minutes. Get that? No, it doesn't take much time. Out the far building fence. I mean, each weld's only about 30 seconds, 45 seconds long because you're making a 1 inch bead with 1/8 inch or 3/16 inch rod. It doesn't take very much to do it. So now I'm yawning, Jessica.
I've
I
been
don't know why.
young
That
for
means
a
you're
while.
that means you're trouble.
Midnight here.
I know it's 11 here. I'll call you when I get up. Okay.
Alright.
4 a.m. comes early here. That'd be 5 a.m. for you.
Yeah.
I know some of these people in the
I
chat know
probably
you. They know you couldn't get up at 5 a.m. and stay up. You can get up at 5 and stay up, but this ain't gonna be 5 a.m.
when you call in the morning, I probably say,
You won't even answer the phone. You'll look over, see it's me, and go. You can go to voicemail. So Jimmy, you joined the Air Force, and I was 3, man. I joined the Navy in 1996. Technically, I joined the Navy in '95 on the delayed entry program, but I went to boot camp in January of 1996. It's Great Mistakes, Illinois, in the wintertime. I went from Naval Air Weapons Testing Facility, Ridgecrest, California, which is just on the other side of the mountain from Fort Irwin in the desert where it was hot, to then going to Illinois in the winter where it was freezing cold. Judith and Dan, you guys have yourself a great night. If I don't get to see you beforehand, which hopefully I will in one of the streams, I hope you guys have a great Christmas and be safe. Because I know what you guys are doing can be finger dangerous, toe dangerous fun.
have a good night, Judith.
Oh yeah, it's chilly.
Yeah, there's sometimes where my mom, she'll call my phone like 3, 4 times to wake me up.
Yeah. That's what I should have. That's what I should have done for Christmas was made you an air raid siren with a cell phone in it, so I could just call it, and an air raid siren would go off, and you couldn't turn it off until you had to enter like an 8-digit passcode, so you had to be awake to actually remember it.
Oh gosh.
That'd make you wake up, huh?
Yeah.
Or you'd be daft, one or the other. All right. Well, for the people who are still in here visiting with us, I greatly appreciate your time and that you guys came over and hung out with us. And for anybody that's in here, if you ever want to, we can talk about anything you want to, from astrophysics and, you know, quantum entanglement to literally sand, dirt. I have a very, very wide knowledge array. I am one of those people that are jack of all trades, master of none. And things I don't know about, well, if I don't know about it, typically I end up wanting to know about it, and I do a lot of research and reading to find out about it. I am very information hungry. So never be afraid to bring up a conversation because you think, well, it might be dumb or something like that. Because remember, there are no dumb questions, only dumb people for not answering, for not asking the questions. And I like having actual, real conversations with people besides just, hey man, this silver coin right here, it's worth $45, and that's what the sold listings on eBay are. It's not the only thing in life. There's lots of things in life and lots of things people have interest in. And I like to learn about them. I like to investigate them and learn as much as I can so that I have a larger knowledge base. And it's always great when you can touch base with people, have something in common with them. So I think I am going to end the stream for the night, as I am getting pretty tired. Since last
Yep.
night I went to bed at 1:30 in the morning and then woke up at 4. I got that solid 2.5 hours of sleep. Now I'm really tired. Probably delusional. And I still got to take a shower. So Jessica, it was great having you up here with me. I'll probably go live a couple more times during the week here before Christmas, and better wish everybody a Merry Christmas since I look like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
What would you like to say? Anything to the folks? I think I got 6
Have a
people
great
here.
night and Merry Christmas.
All right, everybody.
That's
Just
good.
remember, no matter what you're going, remember, no matter what you're going through, there's always somebody there that's willing to listen, willing to talk, willing to give a helping hand whenever they can. And just remember that there are people out there that might need you to do the same thing. They might need you to listen or might need you to give some advice, and always do what you can when you can. Not always about money. Sometimes just about a handshake or a smile or a hug. It can change somebody's life. I hope everybody has a great night and be safe tonight. Be safe at work tomorrow, and we'll talk to you real soon. All right. Bye, everybody.
Night, night, everyone.